I'm Lily. I'm 7. Today I'm going to read a story. The title of this story is The Tinosaur. Once the earth was nothing more than one big swamp. There were no people. There were no roads and no houses. The land was filled with dinosaurs, big and bigger, mostly bigger. There were supersaur, brachiosaur, and the brontosaurus. All of them were big, very big. The biggest of the big were the Orchosaurus. They were so big that the word big is not big enough. They lived in a big room. Life was fairly easy for the big dino. There were big plains to eat and big lakes and rivers to drink from. Life was good for the big dinosaur. As big as the big dinosaur there was those that were small. In fact, they were smaller than small. They were tiny. These little creatures were called dinosaurs. They would run here and there looking for food. The best food was a large walnut. The walnuts were bigger than even they were. The dinosaurs would feed on their nuts and dig and eat. While they ate, they would watch out for the supersaurs. If a dinosaur were stepped on by the supersaur, it would be super sore indeed. Things would have to stay this way for millions and millions of years. But something scary happened. It all started one day. A triceratops was lumbering by just as scared could be. The ice is coming! The ice is coming! He cried. Ice? asked the triceratops. Ice would be nice on a hot summer day, but ice wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. It was coming of an ice age. It wasn't long before it began to get cold and colder and colder. The theropods could see great mounds of ice, glaciers creeping down the mountain. We must move from here, said the theropods. We must escape someplace warmer. And with little thought of planning, they began moving away from the ice. But the Tyrannosaurus were too small to escape. Their legs were too short, and they could never run far enough. What are we to do? One dinosaur asked another. If we stay here, we'll be covered with ice. They thought and thought. Big plains for little creatures. We must find some place to stay warm, one finally said to another. A place where we can hide from the ice, the other said in return. I have an idea, said the first one. He quickly told them of his plan. Follow me! With that, he searched about and found a large walnut shell. The other dinosaurs did the same. They ate the meat inside until there were only hollow shells left. Then one by one, they each climbed inside a shell. They twisted and curled themselves inside and then popped the top down tight. Safe and warm in the hard shell, they fell fast asleep. They slept as the earth turned cold. Sadly, all the other dinos became extinct during the Ice Age. The dinosaur slept and slept, waiting for the ice to melt, and in time it did. After the ice melted and the day became warm, all over the world, dinosaurs crawled out of the walnut shell. But to this day, some dinosaurs remain asleep in their shells. If you are lucky, someday you may crack open a walnut shell and there find a dinosaur fast asleep. What is the dinosaur's favorite food? A walnut, B leaf, C bird, D ice. I choose A. Why was life good for the dinosaur? A. There was plenty of food. B. There was plenty of water. C. It was nice and warm. D. All of the above. I choose D. What is glacier? A. Fast moving stream. B. A swampland. C. Slow moving ice. D. Mounds of snow. I choose C. Why were the theropods glad to see the ice at first? A. They love to eat ice. B. They knew it would kill the other dinosaur. C. They had just moved into the swamp. D. They were so hot. I choose D. Why were the theropods glad to see the ice at first? What happened to the large dinosaur in the story? A. They ran away. B. They died from the cold. C. They fought each other until all were gone. D. They hid inside walnut shells. I choose A. How did the dinosaurs save themselves? A. They went inside cave to hide. B. They moved to a warmer place. C. They followed the big dinosaur to a safe place. B. None of the above. I choose D. Read the sample sentence. The dinosaur will feast on walnut. What does feast mean in this sentence? A. To eat well. B. A party with lots of food. C. A good dinner. C. None of the above. I choose B. Which one is a true statement about dinosaurs? A. They got lost in the swamp. B. They played in the ice. C. They were the smallest dino. D. All of the above. I choose C. What was the problem in this story? A. The sun was getting hotter and hotter. B. The ice was making it colder and colder. B. There was no more water to drink. D. It would not stop raining. I choose B. Why couldn't the dinosaurs escape from the ice? A. They couldn't run far enough away from the ice. B. The big dinosaur got away in their way. C. They were too small to see the ice. D. They didn't know which way to go. I choose A. I got 8 of 10 correct. The end. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.